Slide there.
Oh man, that's tough. I know.
Hello, everybody. To begin, I would like to first make a toast for our hosts for sharing this wonderful ceremony with all of us and for raising the two tremendous people we're celebrating today. To Austin and Amy and the families. My name is Taylor, and I first met Austin in grade school, back in 2008, if you can believe it. Even back then, I looked up to you, Austin. You were about a foot taller than me, so I really had no choice. As we've grown older and our heights more homogeneous, you've only impressed me more and more. Over the last few weeks, I've been doing a lot of research on the topic of friendship. What does it mean to be a friend? I found an outlandish quote from Oscar Wilde stating that a true friend will stab you in the front. I was dismissive at first, but then I remembered a story from grade school. Before class, Austin came up to me, a very serious expression on his face, and told me, look, you know you've got a unibrow, right? You really should shave that off. It was humiliating and painful, but I went home, looked in the mirror, and realized he was 100% correct. And I knew my buddy was looking out for me. But Austin, as always, went above and beyond is called a friendship. Shortly thereafter, Austin himself showed up to school with half of his entire eyebrow shaved off. My eyebrows were running together, and his were running away. It's funny how friendships are made. Another quote I enjoyed was by poet Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said that it is one of many blessings of old friends that you can afford to be stupid with them. In my mind, I was with Austin in Florida. Ambitious as always, Austin wanted to go for a run along the beach to start our day. Now, we're just two Midwestern boys who didn't know any better. And as we made our way to the beach, I took off my shoes. You can't run on the beach with your shoes on, you get sand in them, I thought. Austin, trusting my erroneous judgment, followed suit. We ran 3 miles along the Floridian coast that day, armed with nothing but shorts and the soles of our feet to carry us. Bruised, blistered, and beaten, we made our way back to find my father outside. I'll never forget the admonishing look he had upon his face as he lounged in the chair above our 2 crystal clean sneakers. I don't believe my father was as much surprised by my foolishness as he was surprised Austin listened to me. It's funny how friendships persevere. But without doubt, my favorite friendship remark came from 1920s British philosopher Winnie the Pooh. We didn't realize we were making memories. We only knew we were having fun. And we always do have fun when we're together, Austin. It didn't matter that we went to rival high schools or different universities. We would always find time when we could to get together again. And when we did, it felt like we never spent a moment apart. It's funny how friendships endure. It was before one of our get-togethers when Austin texted me that he wanted to introduce me to this girl he'd been seeing. Excitedly, my wife and I met up with him in a new place called Factory 52. As soon as I re-entered my vehicle following the double date, my wife Kelly said to me, "They are definitely going to get married." She took the words out of my mouth. Now, Austin, take note. Yes, dear, you were right. But it was obvious that these two were going to get married. Amy compliments Austin like a piano compliments a guitar. Just one album, please. We all want one. Amy is an audiophile, but instead of hard rock, it's artists like Taylor Swift, or even better, the soundtrack to High School Musical. I'm now familiar with timeless classics such as Fabulous, Gotta Go My Own Way, and a personal favorite, Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apua Ah.
Yeah. Just,
Amy isn't afraid to goof off and express herself either. My favorite memory so far with the newly married couple came about while lounging in my house, spinning a Ray Charles record on the turntable. Unabashed, Amy proclaimed that they had been practicing swing dancing and was eager to display their progress. It wasn't long before an impromptu dance party broke out in the living room, now nicknamed the parlor, in your honor.
that's not good.
It's funny how friendships are enhanced. Amy, the greatest compliment I can give to you is this. There's nobody whom I think of more highly than I do Austin. He worked his tail off to become a graduate of UC Law. He consistently donates his time to youth and charitable groups. I've seen him perform in bands and solo, playing bass and guitar. Heck, he even used to perform Johnny Cash tunes for his senior center. And I couldn't have picked anyone better for him to share the rest of his life than you. Being of Irish descent, I'd like to conclude this speech with a traditional Irish blessing. So if you could all raise a glass. May green be the grass you walk on. May blue be the skies above you. May pure be the joys that surround you. And may true be the hearts that love you. To Austin and Amy.
Let's get a big round of applause right now, please, for the best man, Taylor. Up next, we're going to hear from our Maid of Honor, Heaven. Let's make some noise for Heaven right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Amy's best friend and maid of honor, Heaven, and I'm just so glad to be standing here around all of you guys to celebrate Amy and Austin on their wedding day. Amy, we've been praying about this day for so long, and here we are. It's here. I'm so excited, guys. If you can't tell by my southern accent, I actually live in Tennessee. So Amy and I have had a long-distance friendship since college. And every time we would get to hang out, we would always joke and say, what if the next time we see each other, we found our husbands? And we would always laugh because we never really knew when we would see each other again. And spoiler alert, there were a lot of visits over a lot of years when we didn't find our husbands. Well, this year, finally, that ongoing joke became a reality. Amy and I have been there for each other through all the adult transitions, from college to career, job interviews, every awful first date, Amy's master's degree, my CPA license, every apartment move, buying a house. For Amy, I still can't win in this housing market. I don't want to talk about it. Getting our first dogs, buying cars, picking out couches, way more stressful than you would think. Our 20s were exciting, scary, challenging, and we got to conquer them together, including getting her here on her wedding day. Amy's been my person for years. She's the best partner to have. She's always been there for me when I've needed her, whether that means answering a phone call at 1 a.m. when she's already had the longest workday ever, or jumping out of a plane in 30-degree weather just for me and my crazy ideas like skydiving in February. Amy's the ultimate hype woman for anything you need. She's the best party planner. I mean, look around at this wedding. She's the best listener, voice of reason, and the most level-headed thinker that I know, truly. Over 10 years of friendship, and I've never once caught Amy in a bad mood that lasted longer than about 3 minutes. She's the person you want to have around you for any event, and she's definitely learned many of these traits from her amazing mom. But being her best friend, I can say that Amy is truly the best partner. And Austin is such a good match for Amy. And that's been my biggest prayer for her all these years. She needs somebody who can calm her down when she gets frantic, somebody who goes along with her random hypothetical situations, who can appreciate and encourage her musical heart, who's down for deep talks that challenge her, and who can get her out of her head when she starts overthinking. Austin does all of this so well. And I'm so glad Austin has a gift of music, because Amy has sent me music many times that really moved her. And I just don't understand music, guys. I can't be there for her in that sense. If you know Austin, you know he's calm and collected. I haven't seen him get too frazzled, even after a long day of hiking the Smoky Mountains that led to dehydration and Amy laying on the floor of a restaurant bathroom trying to survive. He remained calm and collected the whole time, and he figured out how to fix the situation one step at a time. And that is exactly the brain that Amy needs in a husband. I just can't believe I'm standing here, guys. I mean, on Amy's wedding day. We've been each other's person for so many years, but as I've gotten to know Austin, I've gotten to see how well matched that they are. I feel so much peace in him being her forever person. God has absolutely paired these two together. Watching these two interact will make you believe in true love. So let's raise our glasses and let's toast this moment with these people on this day to the first day of forever for Amy and Austin. Cheers.
Let's get a big round of applause right now, please, for the Maid of Honor, Heaven. Thank you, Heaven. And now I do believe the bride and groom themselves have some words they would like to say for everybody.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Just want to take a second to thank every single one of you for coming here tonight. It's just very overwhelming, and it's a weird feeling having everybody in the room that cares about you all in the same place. And this is the only time in history where everyone that you're here in the room with will ever be in the same room at the same time. That just blows my mind. And just want to say I love every single one of you. If I didn't get a chance to say hi to you or talk to you enough, know that I love you, and I wish I could have, but, it's just been a whirlwind of a day. But really, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here with us and celebrating with us. So it means so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and I echo all of that, and I just wanted to say a special thanks to our parents who have made this such a special weekend and such a special night for us. So thank you for everything you've done. We love you guys so much.
Let's get one more round of applause, please, for, of course, Amy and Austin and Taylor and Heaven for all those wonderful words.